Welcome to Algebra 2, Unit 7, Lesson 3, Practice Problems. We'll start by going over the vocabulary terms that will be used in this lesson. An experimental study collects data by directly influencing something to determine how another thing is changed. So the key that you want to notice is that experimental study requires directly influencing. An observational study collects data without influencing the subjects directly. So, key on without influencing. Random selection is a selection process by where each item in a set has an equal probability of being selected. A sample is a subset of a population. And a survey is a set of questions given to people to seek their responses. So you need to key in that a survey is a set of questions. If you have any questions about these vocabulary terms, please use class time now to ask me to clarify these before we move on to the questions. Question 1. Andre is in the band and he is conducting an experiment to determine if high school students find listening to classical music or listening to the sounds of the ocean more calming. He selects 5 students at random from the band to listen to classical music. He then selects 5 people at random from the swim team to listen to the sounds of the ocean. What is problematic about the way that Andre selected his groups? Andre assigned all students from each group only the one sound that aligned with their group's interest. This is not randomly assigning people. This is not randomly selecting people. He specifically selected students from the band, and then he specifically assigned them to listen to classical music, which they are more likely to enjoy because of their connection with being in the band. He then specifically selected 5 people from the swim team and then assigned them to the sound that is most closely related to the swim team, which is the sound of the oceans. What he would have needed to do is select random students from the school as a whole and then had them listen to both sounds and had them give their opinions. If you have any question about how I answered this practice problem, please use class time to ask for further clarification. Next question. You want to survey 20 of the 150 ninth graders to get their opinion on the school's new schedule. Which of the following methods is most likely to lead to a sample that is the most representative of the 150 ninth graders? Choice A. Choose 20 ninth graders from your first period class. Choice B. Choose the first 20 ninth graders from an alphabetical list. Choice C. Select 20 students at random from the ninth grade. And choice D. Select 5 students at random from each of the 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. So first, we can eliminate choice D because we only want 9th graders, so you would not survey 10th, 11th, or 12th graders. Choice A is only choosing 20 students from the first period class. So this is specifically picking them from one class, not the entire population as a whole. And it is only selecting students who actually showed up on time to be in first period. So we would not say that A is the most representative. Choice B chooses ninth graders based on their last name. This does not get a sampling of the entire ninth grade. It specifically selects those with letters of last name at the beginning of the alphabet. The best and most representative would be choice C, selecting 20 students at random from the entire ninth grade. You could put their names into a program and have it select. You could assign them all numbers and use a random number generator, but you want to assign them randomly, and you want the entire population to have the same chance of being picked. If you have any questions about how I answered this practice problem, please use class time now to ask for further clarification before we move on. In our last practice problem for Lesson 3, the United States Senate has 2 senators from each of the 50 states. Select all methods that would select a sample of 10 senators at random from the entire Senate. Choice A. Take the 10 senators from the 5 largest states. This is not random. This is giving preferential treatment to the larger states. So A is wrong. Choice B. Take the 10 senators who have served in the Senate the longest. This is not random. This is giving preferential treatment to the senators who have been in the Senate the longest. Not everybody has an equal chance of being selected. Choice C. Place the names of all 100 senators on individual slips of paper placed into a bowl. Thoroughly mix up the slips and then select 10 of them. This means the entire population has the same chance of getting chosen, so C is a random sampling. No one gets preferential treatment. Choice D. Send letters send letters to all 100 senators. Select the 10 that reply back the quickest. This gives preferential treatment to those senators who are either not busy or have staff members that get to this work first. Not everybody has the same chance to be selected, so D would not be random. And choice E, the number of senators, or number the senators from 1 to 100. Use a random number generator to make a list of 10 random integers between 1 and 100 inclusive. This is a random sampling. All 100 senators have a chance, and they all have the same chance because you are using a random number generator. If you have any questions about how I solved any of the problems from lesson 3, please use class time to ask for further clarification before we move on to lesson 4 tomorrow.